Hello everyone, so welcome back to another episode of VHS Rewind. So we had the last episode was about heist, and I usually might not always be able to do these videos back to back or pretty recent. And especially since there's other parts of videos, like the national parks thing that I need to still do, and the whole Cake Island that I'm pretty close to finishing. Those kind of videos, they'll be in the way of these, or vice versa. So yeah, these won't always be back to back. Just to let you know. But yeah, Jurassic Park is going to be this one, and I kind of just yet again got it for 50 cents from that store. Pretty interesting. I didn't realize this movie was so long when I popped it in last week. After watching Heist, and it was a little bit disappointing, being a 5 out of 10 movie, like I said. This movie is 2 hours and freaking 7 minutes, and that's pretty long. This VHS is actually, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's in pretty darn good condition. Like, for being 1990 something, doesn't even really smell that old, considering too. Usually VHSs smell bad, they break down, like even the back, like all this stuff, like it's in good quality. And when it played pretty well. There was a few parts where I had to fiddle with it, but I think that's just the VHS player that I have. Yeah, out of all the Jurassic Park originals, I would probably have to say that this one is definitely the best one. Just because, I mean, the Spinosaurus was actually probably pretty cool, and I do think that the third one had some pretty cool elements to it, especially that little island, and the fact that there was a pterodons and all that. But that was cool. But this movie, it's definitely, you can see what started a franchise. It could have just been a standalone movie. I don't know if it really follows the book. It'd be interesting to do that one day. But yeah, it's a very solid movie. I think a lot of people already know this about the movie, but we're rewinding it back. It's if you never saw something like that in 1993, I think you'd be pretty surprised that it still holds up. I love how VHSs also don't have any ads or any other stupid promotions. Like, it just goes right into the movie sometimes. Not all the time, but more often than DVDs. Those Disney ones still had coming soon to, the extremely loud, and the, what was that company? THX or THS or something, that just would blast you with, like, sound so loud that it would just scare the shit out of me. So those were the only basically two things that you'd have for ads. So yeah, like the synopsis, I guess, if you needed one, is that it's directed by Steven Spielberg too. I don't even know if the other ones were directed by him. On a remote island, a wealthy entrepreneur secretly creates a theme park featuring living dinosaurs, drawn from prehistoric history, prehistoric DNA. Before opening the attraction to the public, he invites a top paleontologist, a paleobotanist. I didn't even know they had those. A mathematician slash theorist. I did not know one of those was a mathematician. And his two eager grandchildren to experience the park. Yeah, nah. And help calm anxious investors. However, this visit is anything but tranquil as the park security system breaks down, the prehistoric creatures break out, and excitement builds to a surprise result. Now, the thing I will have to say that I don't like about the movie is, the fact that Newman is in it. From Seinfeld, he seems to be in everything in the 90s, and there's also pretty stupid that you would bring back dinosaurs. Carnivorous ones is already done, right? We all know that, but you brought back female only dinosaurs. Now, if dinosaurs, it comes out that they have just come directly from birds, well, let's just look at it this way. A female bird is always a lot more protective of the eggs, because they have to directly protect. Female birds are sometimes up to 2 times bigger than a normal bird. I mean, seagulls, those white seagulls, they're more useful than the gray seagulls don't do anything, and they're very submissive to the other seagulls. and those gray seagulls are supposed to be males. So when you think about it, if dinosaurs are similar to birds, why on earth would you bring back only female ones? That was such a stupid thing to do. Like, no, that they're a female T-Rex, I'm assuming, is a lot stronger than a male T-Rex. Maybe that's not the case, but I would have to say that that probably is the case, especially even if it isn't with the main dinosaurs, the pterodons and pterodactyls, definitely. So that was kind of stupid. Obviously, the Barbasol thing. But I realized in total there's only like 5 dinosaurs. I mean, in the new movie there's like all sorts of cool dinosaurs, like a Baryonyx, and we still didn't see a Spinosaurus in the new one, but there was so many cool dinosaurs. We actually saw a Carnotaurus finally. That's so cool. Like, this one did not have that many dinosaurs. It only had 5 species. I'm not even kidding. It had a Brontosaurus. It had not even an Ankylosaurus. It was a Triceratops, but it wasn't. There's another name. There is another name. There was a Velociraptor. There was the one that killed Newman. That is not a Velociraptor. It's something It's in the raptor family, but it's like a Glassaurus. There was a Brachiosaurus. They had tons of those. There's a plot point when the T-Rex walks out of the cage, and there's a ravine, yet he walks straight onto it, but she walks straight onto it. But in reality, I think those are just small things. Oh, and for some reason that paleobotanist lady she's very feminist for 1993. Like, really? But why we need that in a dinosaur movie, I don't know. But that's I guess that's what would make sense, because in Star Wars she was like that too. So I guess the actress is like that. I thought maybe the character was, but anyways, it doesn't matter to me. I just think that for a dinosaur movie, it seems, or a Star Wars movie, it doesn't make a lot of sense. But it's cool that a woman is in the movie and actually doing something, because the woman in Jurassic World, she kind of does stuff, but there's not really a reason for her to do stuff other than the fact that she was like some business owner. It's like, weak reasoning. She knows so little about dinosaurs too in those new movies. So that's the cool thing, is like these guys all know a lot about dinosaurs. I love how when he says like, oh, there's dinosaur eggs. Oh, well, the reasoning behind this is because the toads, there's like a toad species because they use toad DNA, frog DNA, in order to, replicate these dinosaurs. Some frogs can actually change genders, so that's pretty cool. That they actually, through like a little bit of science, maybe it's not even factual, but it's pretty cool. So pretty solid movie in terms of like actually having some science. It's not super accurate. I mean, the Velociraptors, I guess, should have had feathers. Makes them look stupid, but it's more accurate, I guess. And just throwing that out there, like, they actually do a lot of. It's a pretty progressive movie in terms of that. Like, actually, like, saying dinosaurs had feathers kind of thing. There's a lot of really cool scenes from it. A lot of iconic scenes. That I think that, like, the T-Rex has like so many. Like when he throws the Velociraptor with his mouth into the bones of the other T-Rex, like that's just fun. That's cool. That's awesome. And then the banner falls. That's so iconic. And then those guys were running out, and he says, "I'm not going to support your park." And then the other guy's like, "Yeah, I'm not either." It's like that's so cool. T-Rex. I mean, when it first shows up, he eats that lawyer. Like, I mean, front to back, this movie's. I've only seen clips of it from here and then, so actually seeing the full thing is a big difference. The entire movie, front to back, is more cohesive. It's pretty good. There's a plot. There's a reasoning for them being there. There's like, we actually see them at a dig site, which is cool. And he talks about a Velociraptor like cutting open the guy, the Malcolm guy. I guess he's the mathematician. He was there, and I don't really know if Jeff Goldblum was needed in the movie, but it was kind of funny seeing him there in some scenes. A lot of meme scenes, like when he's like open with his open shirt and all that luxuriousness. And then he says all these lines, like he basically, uses this dialogue. I guess he repeated the dialogue in Jurassic World too. I don't know why, but it's pretty cool. back then he was still talking like, well, we really shouldn't be letting these dinosaurs out. And it's like, yeah, he's right. Like, they were playing God and all that, but interesting for the first movie. It was not about just surviving. It was about, like, all the other science, and the newer movies have lost that, too, I would have to say. But it's a pretty solid movie. I would say that it's, for 1993, the practical effects are really amazing. If you've ever seen a video about how the T-Rex was made with the practical effects, it's really awesome. In Universal Studios, even if the T-Rex is hanging, in the roller coaster, I mean, there's few ways how that would actually, like what is the T-Rex supposed to come out of a thing and actually eat you? Like, I don't know what people want. I don't mind the T-Rex looking stupid there, because the T-Rex in the ride is supposedly the T-Rex from the movie, and I actually kind of believe that, considering the T-Rex in Lost World is totally different. So yeah, this is probably the best VHS I own. Most of the VHSs, there isn't like they're just jokes. I remember I used to have a VHS of the Guyver, and there was this completely ridiculous movies with Sylvester Stallone, called I can't even remember now. Judge Dredd. That movie is so stupid. Like, those two movies are so dumb. Like, the bottom line is I don't have them, so they're not gonna be the rest of the VHSs. So I don't know if I'll keep doing these, but if you guys like them, then yeah, let me know, and I'll see you till next time. Bye.